Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the last week of the Seek, Gather and Create challenge. This time we had to find something handwritten, something yellow, a smile and metal chain. So I had a choice of things there. I had some yellow ribbon, a bit of yellow paper, some fabric with some sort of yellow stitches on that I'd made for a previous project. A choice of two photographs there with different smiles on, a little metal chain, and then that little handwritten note was from a book review that my little girl wrote for school. So I'm starting out just by pulling out some bits of collage just to get the page going, really. I'm not really thinking about anything in particular with these scraps, just pulling them out, and I'm just going to randomly stick them down without really overthinking it too much. Just going to use my Fabri-Tac glue for this today. So this is week number 4 and the last week for now. We'll hopefully be back with this challenge again in summer, fingers crossed. But I just want to say a big thank you to everybody who has joined in. We've had such wonderful creations and makes from people, and also a big thank you to my co-hosts, Tina Hois, Dennison and Jana Clinard Harris. It's just been a lovely 4 weeks. I've really enjoyed doing it. If you've missed out, it's not too late. You can head over to my Instagram channel or those of my hosts. I'll put all the information down below, and you can check out what we've been doing over these last 4 weeks and have a go yourselves. So every Sunday of February we posted up a scavenger hunt, 4 things for you to find and to create with. So as you can see there, I've put some collage down, including that bit of yellow paper, and then I wanted to get rid of the blue, so I put some gesso over, and now I'm going to stick down this bit of fabric. And I've created a few sort of wrinkles in the yellow paper there, and again in the fabric, just to add a bit of interest. Okay. This page actually came together quite quickly. I was surprised because I thought I would struggle with the items this week, but no, actually it came together really easily, and I think it worked pretty well. I decided to go for this image. I think it's from a wedding. It's a vintage photograph. It looks like they're dressed up for something like a wedding, and what I like about this is that there's only one lady that's smiling, the rest sort of looking out into the distance or looking at something. There's the one lady who's looking directly into the camera and smiling. So I just stuck that down. Originally I was going to put the words onto that yellow ribbon, but the words were too long, so I ended up just chopping them and just sticking them down as they are. I don't know what the book was that she was reviewing, but I liked the words that I picked out, and it says, "I think the promise is made." And I think because I was thinking this was probably from a wedding, that worked quite well for me. The words went with the photograph quite well. I just had some dried coffee there in that little pot, sprayed some water just to reactivate it, and I'm just slapping some of that down. It sort of soaks into the material and creates a different effect, and I'm also putting splashes across the 2 pages. Giving that, I think I give that a dry now. Yes. I'm just sticking down a few bits that were not quite stuck down enough. And then I wanted to add a little bit more yellow into this, so grabbing my watercolours, and again, just as I did with the coffee, I'm just adding just a bit of that yellow here and there. and then I decide to also add in some pink. And I think this is probably my favourite combo, yellow and pink. I do find that I end up using it quite a lot. There we go. Another quick dry. Now this is probably the only bit that I struggled with was where to place this chain, and it's actually just a series of metal hoops. I think they're for jewellery making that I looped together because I didn't have a metal chain as such, so I sort of created one out of these little rings, and I decide sort of move it around a bit, trying to decide where I want it to go, and then decide that it's going to go across the image there. So I just grabbed a needle and thread, and I'm just going to sew it on at either end. It's a little bit fiddly, but I got there in the end. Yep, see, I'm struggling a little bit. There we go. So as I'm sewing on, I'll just let you know a couple things that are happening coming up. So after this week, I've got sort of several courses starting, both face-to-face and virtual. And again, I'll put the links down below to what's going on. But I do have a virtual art journaling course starting up again, 5 weeks. Every week is something different techniques, different prompts. So if you fancy joining me for that, there's still a few spaces left. And I've also got a virtual mixed media drawing, as well as some face-to-face ones like expressive drawing, art journaling. I'm trying to think, all sorts going on. So I'll put a link down below to where you can find those things if you're interested in joining me for any of them. Now lastly, I forgot that I hadn't added any of that yellow ribbon, so I'm just playing around with where to put it, and I ended up just putting a little sort of tab poking up from the top right there in that corner, and that, I believe, is it, and actually came together pretty well. And I'll hold that up so you can have a look. I hope you've enjoyed that. A big thank you again to everyone that's taken part in the challenge, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.